I'm Brian.
I'm Millie.
I'm Dale.
I'm Glory.
I'm John, and we are all over 18.
In neighborhoods all across America, on days like today, you are often seeing families walking their four-legged companions. Perhaps as I say this, you can imagine dogs barking in the distance or remember the friendship and fun that is often associated with those dogs. I have always loved animals, but dogs hold a special place in my heart. We have 4 dogs at home, and they have helped me through some of the toughest times. I'm the youngest one in my family, and I'm the last one at home, so I have learned to rely on them when I need support. There are so many types of dogs that I cannot list them all, but I have chosen 3 different ones that represent the different preferences people have. These would include the Golden Retrievers, Pit Bulls, and Chihuahuas. The first thing I think of when I think of the classic American household is a Golden Retriever. Nona Bauer, who wrote Golden Retrievers for Dummies, stated that they have so much energy. They are great at learning new tricks and are really good with entertaining little children. This would be a typical dog for a family who has a couple toddlers, because then they can go out and play with them, and both of them have their energy just drained from them. But they are also seen assisting disabled people. They help find lost people and guide deaf and blind people. Even though they are expected to be the perfect dog for families, their energy levels can become the hardest thing to maintain, because they just have so much of it, and with everybody's busy lives, it's not completely possible or even practical to own a Golden Retriever. They often just need to be outside and run around and have human contact. Pit Bulls also have similar energy levels. At home, one of the 4 dogs we have is a Pit Bull, and she just loves to go outside and run the field and play fetch. Dr. Zazie Todd wrote an animal psychology article, and she stated that behavioral problems aren't based off of genetics, it's completely off of how they were raised. But I talk to many people, and they often say that they are too afraid to go near a pit bull because of all this negative stigma they have, and they're just too negatively talked about. They first became famous after World War I because they helped injured soldiers recover. They watched their soldiers' backs and just helped them through some of the hardest times. This can be found in Caroline Cole's Pit Bulls for Dummies. A similar problem for some dogs, it would be the Chihuahua. They are often very misunderstood. Many people that I talk to see Chihuahuas as little yippy dogs that just like to get on people's nerves. But Jacqueline O'Neill's Chihuahuas for Dummies, she states that they're seen as aggressive, but they're just as vulnerable as any other dog, and sometimes even more so, because you can just trip over them because they're so tiny. So they feel like they have to make up for it somewhere else. But their size allows them to be portable in ways that a pit bull or a golden retriever can't. They're able to go places that are more restrictive of bigger dogs. But always being carried around is not healthy. That's one of the most common ways that they have behavioral problems, because if you carry a dog around all the time, they're going to get attached and not want you to leave, and they're just going to have more problems. But they are very lovable, and they love affection, and they love being around people. No matter what type of dog it is, they'll have their own problems, but it's not based off of their breed. Many people just base what type of dog they want to get off of things people say and how people rate these dogs. But even if one type of dog has a behavioral problem, it's not restricted to that dog. It's possible that any dog will have a behavioral problem. Just each dog is unique in their own way. The ASPCA has a website that people can go to and get information and tips about, to see why their dog has that problem or why there is this going on. They also give information about how to fix it or how to help train the dog.